Okay, we're out here, day 2 of our Aimpoint ACRO P1 torture test. I have a new Aimpoint ACRO mounted on my pistol. I'm going to verify to you that it's still zeroed. Now, the next test, we're going to bump things up a bit. I'm going to put it down here on this paver and I'm going to run over it with a vehicle. Now, where this comes into play, law enforcement officers out in the street, back alley, whatnot, loses control of his handgun. Patrol car comes up for reinforcement, accidentally runs over his handgun. He wants to have the confidence to know that his ACRO P1 is going to stand up to that kind of abuse. So I'm going to put the gun in condition 3. Go ahead and get it set up for the truck to run over it. All right, let's check it out. Dot's still on. Let me go ahead around the chamber. No problem at all. Came through it with flying colors. So looking the thing over, everything is completely intact. The front protective lens is good to go. You can hardly even tell it's been run over. It maintains zero. On to the next test. Okay, next up is the drag test. Now, we've done this in the past with the carbine. This is the first time we've done it with a handgun with the Aimpoint ACRO P1 mounted on it. Now, the theory behind it is law enforcement officer or even a soldier accidentally drops their weapon from a moving vehicle and it gets drugged for a short period of time on the road. Now, this is a torture test, so of course we're going to take it to the extreme, then take it out on the range, and hopefully everything's good to go with the Aimpoint ACRO P1. Check it out. Pretty scraped up here. Whoa. Let's get the mag out of it. But it's going to work. Dot's still on. Seems to be tight. Not bad. So I'm going to put on some eyes and ears, get some ammo in this thing. We'll get it on some steel. Hopefully everything's good to go. All right, it's time to light this thing up. I got some 9mm. We got the steel down range about 12 yards away or so. I checked everything out. Everything looks okay. It's going to be safe to fire the weapon. You can see through the optic, no problem. Red dot's visible, so everything should go okay. Here we go, going hot. Excellent. Very impressed. You can see the ACRO P1 took a lot of abuse being on top of the slide like this and being drugged down the road an extended period of time. A lot of scrapes and dings and gouges, but it's good to go. Still zeroed, still tight. The glass is perfectly usable, had dirt over it, but I just wiped it off with my glove front and back and you can see through it, no problem, see the dot. Good to go, passed with flying colors. Okay, we saved the best for last. Now it's time to blow up the Aimpoint ACRO P1. We got our explosive charge right here. I'm gonna detonate it from a safe distance with my BCM M4 carbine. We have a brand new ACRO P1 right here mounted on our pistol in the holster. Now, on the mannequin, we have our belt, and I went ahead and secured the pistol to the belt using a fishing line as a lanyard. So hopefully we're not chasing and looking for this ACRO P1 in the woods for half the afternoon. It's time to back off to a safe distance and make a boom. All right, time to go hot. All right, going hot! Excellent. Oh yeah, he took a hit down there. It's time to go check it out. All right, so that's where the charge went off. This guy was anchored here. And let me see, pistol still in the holster, but the fishing line is broke. Bring it out. All right, made sure the weapon was empty, no mag, no ammo in the mag, empty chamber. All right, so obviously the ACRO P1 is in fantastic condition. Dot's still on. Other than a little bit of dirt on the outside, you can't even tell it's been through any kind of explosion. So in the military, we say P for plenty. So we're gonna bump the charge up dramatically. I say off the top of my head, triple it, and then we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna reset this. We'll triple the charge, set it off again, and then see how things go. All right, here we go. Going hot. Going hot! That did the trick. P for plenty, baby. Okay, there's our P for plenty crater, and you can see it did a number on the mannequin. And here's the pistola. Okay, so here we go. All right. Aimpoint ACRO P1 is still on and still in great shape after being blown up twice. Excellent. Now it's time to take this thing back up range and get some hits on steel and wrap this up. All right, gang, first thing I want to do is make sure this thing held zero. So, my ears here. All right, center piece of steel. Good to go. The Aimpoint ACRO P1 is purpose-built to be mounted on a handgun slide. It's the first optic that Aimpoint has ever made that's specifically made to be used on a handgun. I bring this up because they put this thing through years of testing to make sure it would take the shock and vibration involved when you mount an optic like this on the reciprocating slide of a handgun. Don't want to gloss that over, super important. Next thing up, fully enclosed emitter. It's completely sealed to the environment. So as you saw in our test, water, sand, mud, none of that is a factor that might affect other optics. Also, the way it's mounted to the slide is a real key here. It's mounted to a dovetail. So when we put it through the drop test and we racked it against the concrete and we blew it up, that's one of the key reasons why the optic was able to maintain zero. This thing lived up to the Aimpoint name, and in my opinion, beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's an optic that you can count on when you need to. That's all I got today. We'll see you next time right back out here. LAV out. Hey, Larry Vickers here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Click here to subscribe to the Vickers Tactical channel and take time out to check out some of our other favorite videos.